All right, guys, welcome back to The Final Score. I'm your host, Harry Obama J, here with my boy, my right-hand, second in command, Mr. Josh Amadou.
How are you, my friend? How are you?
Good, man. Can't complain. It's been a long time, right?
Yeah.
Hey, before we jump into it, gotta talk to the people. Hey, guys, I know you've probably missed us, a little bit away, summer break, right? So...
Some hiatus.
A little hiatus, right? Yeah. But hey, look, we love your time. We love your efforts. We love you guys tuning in. Like I said, we grow, you grow. So do me a favor. Subscribe. Tell your boys, tell your girls, tell your family members, subscribe. This way, as we continue to grow, we can, make some updates, So, hey, looking forward to this season of this show. And we'll get right into it. Right, Josh?
Yeah. You like the chairs, right?
Yeah, right? Cheers weren't cheap. They weren't cheap, man.
Subscribe more, we can get better ones, man.
The amount of subscribers we got, we got to work extra jobs. But it's cool. We're getting there. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
So, real quick. Mm-hmm. This summer is over, man. Just like that.
Just like that. It's really
came and went.
What did you do, man?
To be honest, I took it easy this summer because times have been different. It's a different political game right now. So a lot of, I know there's a lot of people, unemployed. I know there's a lot of people going through a lot. So, hey, look, you're not alone, So people who are in that position, just continue to do what you got to do. Reach out to your friends who can help you out. It's a tough time in 2025, but it's definitely going to end better, in my opinion. But you, what you been up to, man? I know you've been traveling. You've been, how many girlfriends you got now, man? What happened, man? What's up, man?
Girlfriends.
Oh, yeah, because they're watching? Okay, don't worry about it. I'll keep your secret. We'll keep your secret, bro. Don't worry about it.
Man. But it's been great. I did a lot of traveling, mostly to D.C. D.C.'s a really nice place.
D.C. is getting better, man.
It's getting really better.
Like, every time I hear about D.C., the love, the culture, and it's what? It's only, how many hours? 3-4 hours?
Like, if you
train?
really... No, on the highway... On early in the morning, probably 4 hours, 3 hours. Depends on how fast you're going, to be honest with you.
Oh, if you're driving, it's 4 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Train is.
I thought the train would be easier.
Train is quicker.
Yeah.
It's a bit quicker. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's not that much distraction. Just.
Now, would you ever move out to DC? Like, is it a place where you move to, or you just visit?
Yeah, I see myself living in DC for a while. Yeah, maybe. But mostly, I'm more of a Texas guy, you know what I'm saying?
Texas? What's in Texas?
Well, there's in there in Texas.
Huh? What's in Texas? Tell your mom's watching. What's in Texas?
There's a lot of things in Texas. That's all I say. That's all I say.
It's all good. Hey, but look, we got a fresh new season. Tons of topics to talk about. A lot of things that we missed, too. Like I said, Hulk Hogan died.
He really died.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, unfortunately, passed away.
R.I.P., man.
I think you told me he was saving his child.
Yeah.
So he's a hero, man. I mean, damn. Childhoods are always gonna... We're always going to remember him for what he did, when we were all kids and stuff.
He was legendary, to be honest.
He was legendary.
Yeah. So
he also did music too, so we want to pay homage because we like to highlight artists because just like we said, like sports and music go hand in hand, right?
Mm-hmm. Really true.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot, What's his name died too? The musician.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, man. What's going on? Is it the COVID vaccine or what happened?
I think for him is like, damn. He was a kind of a wild nut. Back then, man. So it was like
back then, he looks like he's still before. Well, let me not say anything about he passed away.
Yeah, man.
But
RIP to that man.
Yeah, RIP, man. RIP. So look, we're gonna get right into it. LeBron James, Hall of Fame. I saw him put on that jacket.
Don't you think it's too early?
Well, I mean, they were highlighting, Carmelo and the other people, but it was a little bit interesting that they gave him a jacket. And it fit really well, too. So that means it's pre-planned.
And it's like, I feel like it's that time for him to say, yeah, I'm done. I feel like that message is coming. Is really coming. Is either going to be in a few months, he's going to be like, hey, team, I decided that it's going to be my last year. I'm going to retire. I want to think about my family. Another thing is besides... That's what I foresee what LeBron's going to do in the next few months.
Does LeBron have to announce his last year, or can he just say, you know what? I'm just going to play this out, and I'm done?
No.
Because Michael Jordan never announced it. I don't think he ever announced his last year. He just played out until he won a chip, and then that was it.
But Kobe did.
Yeah, because Kobe, they had no hope in the Lakers, man. They had no players in that team.
Think about it. They gotta market the shit out of this thing. Excuse my language, but they gotta market him. They're gonna market him.
You know what?
Trying to get the bag.
You made a good point, actually, because I did see something about LeBron being in China. You know, he's making his tour already.
He was in Shanghai.
Yeah, he was. I saw that. You know,
yeah, that's a good market, to be honest with you. And they love basketball. They really love
basketball.
Yeah,
it's like billions of people over there.
They just love they love basketball. And they will watch basketball late in the night. Like I think ours, like the NBA starts like
yeah, we're in reverse, right? So our nighttime is their daytime.
Yeah. So
they'll stay up late or whatever, right? Vice versa.
I think
right?
around like 2 a.m. they'll watch it. Like that's dedication.
Hey, because you're not gonna see another player like this. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you a question. Because to become a Hall of Famer, right? You actually need 24 Naismith votes. Did you know that?
24?
Yeah. Did you know that?
No.
Well, you need 18 out of 24 to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that, did you?
No, I did not.
I just told you that. Okay. So, with that being said, do you think LeBron's going to be the unanimous decision when it's all said and done?
Of course.
Of all 18 or all 24 votes?
Of course. That man is the one. He won 4 titles.
Okay.
4 titles.
Okay.
All-time leading scorer in the NBA.
Okay.
Just those 2 alone, Hall of Fame careers. Like, think about it.
Unanimous, though, meaning there's no flaw. Meaning every voter is going to say, yes, indeed, that this player deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I feel bad for the people that disagree because at the end of the day, LeBron has by far had 4 legit Hall of Fame careers. Cleveland, Miami, back in Cleveland, and Lakers. Those are all Hall of Fame careers, man. Think about it.
Well,
think about it.
Little do you know that not even the most memorable players like a Kobe Bryant or an MJ got unanimous decisions. Think about that.
That's crazy, though.
Think about that. Think about that person who's not voting 100% for Kobe or Michael Jordan.
See what I mean? Like, what is his argument?
You know,
he has no argument. He's just being a hater.
What was the worst thing LeBron did in his career was take his talents to South Beach and raise money for kids while doing that same thing in the process.
About to say, you're speaking.
That was the worst thing he's ever done. LeBron James is the only player that birthed his own teammate that actually played in the NBA well.
Yeah, Bronny's nice.
He's decent. I saw the summer game.
Yeah, he's nice.
He was given to that Cooper flag. He was given to him.
He's nice. He's gonna do well in the league.
So I mean, I'm curious to see what happens. But he's the first player to have a golden jacket while still playing. So do you think this is his last year in the Lakers?
I guarantee you this is his last year in the Lakers.
Well, let's say he doesn't. Let's say he keeps playing. But he doesn't want to play for the Lakers, though. Because the Lakers, they got bought out. Mm-hmm. It's a whole different organization now. Yeah.
You know how crazy that is? $10 billion.
Yeah. Jeannie Buss was like, yo, I will never sell the Lakers. But when she saw that check, she was gone.
Yeah, that's $10 billion. I'm sorry. Anybody, if you get let's say you love your job. When you get that nice money that's like, oh, I'll pay you $150. Leave.
Most NBA teams, they don't make that much money. Like
taxes.
Most of them are not making a lot of money. So that's a smart move. Like you take the money and run and maybe open up a new league or something.
Think about it. Even NBA players, you think they're getting paid bread. Like some of it is all taxes and it's called cargo fee or something like that.
Yeah.
Some type of fee. But it's like I think it's like agent fees. They take all of that stuff. So you're taxed like a guy making $75 million probably get taxed.
I'm not gonna lie, yo.
Like 21.
I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes I wonder. So for example, and I know we're gonna jump a little bit around with topics here. Like, I was watching tennis the other day. Mm-hmm. Venus Williams at 45.
She's still playing?
Exactly. Venus Williams at 45 was still playing. You know what her reason was?
Why?
She's playing for health insurance, bro. Health insurance. Now you're thinking like, well, what are you talking about? Like, Venus is worth millions of dollars.
Nah, I understand.
No, she is.
I understand though.
Last I checked, she's worth like $95 million.
I understand.
But to be playing for health insurance?
Makes sense.
That's kind of wild.
It's wild, but it's like, it makes sense.
You know, I'll be honest because I remember I had back surgery for those of you guys who just found out. I had back surgery, spinal fusion. I remember seeing that bill. If I didn't have health insurance, bro, that bill was like $900,000.
What?
I know. That's what I said. What?
How you gonna pay that?
Huh?
How you gonna pay that?
Hey, custodial services for the rest of my life.
Like what?
No, but that's the thing. Like people don't know. Like, hey, why do players get all this money? Because they're putting their lives at risk, their health at risk, and look at the shit that they gotta deal with.
Yeah, because you God forbid hurt yourself. It's GGs.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like if you really, let's say like a boxer, you get hit in the liver, you're done.
What do you mean you're done? You still, what do you mean?
If you get constantly get hit in the liver,
if you have like liver damage for fighting like Tyson or something in his prime, yeah, sure.
Yeah. We never talk about those players, those fighters that actually had to fight Tyson, like how.
Oh, they all died. Yeah, they all died. Yeah, they don't talk about that. They all died. Look them up.
Like come on.
Yeah, they all dead, man.
Like if I'm going to the ring and I'm gonna risk my life, I should be able to get like the good healthcare, get all of that stuff, regardless.
And speaking of Tyson, if Mayweather is gonna fight Tyson, and it's not a gimmick like the Jake Paul Tyson fight.
Yeah, we're about to talk about that either way soon.
Like seriously, like seriously, like what are we doing right now?
I don't know. I think for boxing right now, it's all about just getting money. It is.
I mean, it's always been about just getting money, though.
Yeah, like because think about it. Look how long it's taking for Canelo and Terrence Crawford to happen. This thing should have been happened a long time ago, but the money wasn't right.
Well, I mean, I don't know why it should have been happened. You know, it's just like it's like anything. If you have a fighter and your fighter lose to the top contender, bro, you're done. You're not making money no more. Like that's they are prize fighters, right?
I agree.
So like one loss, it takes forever to get back to that top level to fight that number one contender again. Like it's difficult. So it makes sense. But in the realm of Mayweather and Tyson, let me ask you a question. What weight class are we fighting in? I don't see Tyson going down in the weight class.
Tyson can never. He's too old. He can't really he can, but it's like it'd be terrible for him.
Terrible for who? Tyson go down in weight?
Yeah.
It won't make sense.
It won't make sense.
So like if it's gonna happen, it has to be at a reason. It has to be in a reasonable weight class. And Tyson's not gonna hold punches like he did with Jake Paul, bro.
But my thing is like, how is Mayweather gonna even enter? Is he gonna bulk up? He's not gonna bulk up.
I think his highest that he's ever gone was like 154. I think it was
what are you gonna fight at? 170?
He's probably walking right now at like 170. Mayweather's probably walking right now at 170. And Tyson, he's probably like 210.
Yeah.
He's a monster though.
Yeah.
Oof. If this fight is real, I guarantee you it's definitely gonna sell out. It's definitely gonna sell out.
Cause like obviously they're like it's Tyson and Mayweather.
It's the two top ever, right?
Yeah. Like obviously I want to see it. I want to see it.
Okay.
Even if it's a bad match, I still want to see it. I haven't seen these guys fight. I've never seen him fight.
You never saw Mayweather fight?
Nah, I never.
What?
Like physically see him? No.
Wait a minute, bro. How old are you? What?
Yeah, I haven't.
You never seen a Mayweather fight?
I've seen it on TV.
No. You've never seen a live Mayweather fight?
No. I'm too young.
Oh my God. Yo, how old am I?
Yeah, you're up there.
Damn, man. People watching, man. The hell? That's sick though. That's crazy. I mean, I watched Tyson Lennox Lewis fight. That was years ago. So wow, I'm surprised you never seen a Mayweather fight. I mean, that used to be like the showstopper, man. Well, okay. You've seen clips though on YouTube.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Who would you want to win?
It's gonna be a draw regardless. So
let's just say it's not a draw. Let's just say it's a real fight, and I can definitely see Tyson going after Mayweather.
Tyson should win that. I'm sorry, but I think Mayweather is gonna be very technical, and he's gonna find ways to knock him out.
He's not gonna
knock him out, but he's gonna find ways to get points. You know, but like his style has always been to hit, move away.
I mean, if he displays the same, I mean, he's older, obviously. It won't be the same. But if he displays the same fight he had when he fought Canelo, that still won't be enough, bro. This guy is a monster, man. Now, Tyson at what, 60? Is he 50-something, 60 years old?
How old is Tyson?
He has to be like 65 or something like that. I mean, he looked decent in the first round when he fought Jake Paul, but...
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to that, to be honest with you.
I mean, is this where boxing is going, though?
And
like gimmicky stuff?
Yeah, and it's like, it's not, I'm not taking it serious, to be honest with you.
Yeah, fool me once, fool me twice. You can't get fooled again, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like...
What song is that? What song is that?
That was Pound Cake by Jay's. This was Pound Cake by Jay-Z with Drake.
False. Try again. Fool me once. Can't get fooled again.
Oh, this is that's J. Cole. J.
Cole, bro. What are you talking about? Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, it's J. Cole.
You know Jay-Z's having a new album coming up?
I
speculating.
I'm okay with that.
Are you?
I'm happy.
At what point do you stop making music?
You're not.
What do you mean you're not?
Like, it's in you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, are we still listening to Jay-Z? Like, what's he going to talk about now?
Yes, I'm still going to listen to it. Yes, he's talking about financial freedom and wealth. 444 was a great album. He basically talked about his trauma with his wife and all the stuff that he went through.
Oh, that he, you know.
Yeah, like, yeah, we're not gonna discuss about that. Yeah, like, that's a great album. And it's like, I feel like that's for him is like spreading like knowledge of wealth. That's gonna be his next, because he's doing amazing things. You know, he's gonna put a casino in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. You know, it's just another way to money launder. You know what I mean? Like, that's basically what they're doing.
Hey, makes sense. Hey,
this country is all about.
Hey, trust me. Hey, innocent to proven guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, so next week, big fight. Canelo versus Bud Crawford.
I got 500 on Terrence Crawford.
You ready to put money on that?
Yep.
Crawford, you said?
Crawford.
You know Crawford is older than Canelo?
I don't care. That man is a beast. I'm sorry. Ever since you look at his frame. Look at how he fights.
I think Canelo's bigger than him.
No, he's not.
I think so.
We'll look at it.
Canelo's like, I know Canelo's like 5'8.5", but I think mass-wise, I think he's powerful too.
Crawford has more mass.
Yeah, but he's fighting in Canelo's weight class. Canelo's weight class, he's strong in that weight class. That's his dominant weight class. So like, to the strength, I wouldn't overlook that. I would not overlook that. Now, Canelo losing to fighters like Bivol.
But
Bivol was a big dude. Bivol is actually a really good fighter, actually, that he gets no love because his promotion team sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I know.
What is Canelo's record?
It's like 54-2-2.
Wow. That's a great record.
Think about that.
It's a really great record.
You know, and now he's like, this is the fight that Canelo's like, you know what? I'm going to prove to the world that I'm not just whatchamacallit, like a guy chasing like worthy fighters. Like, this is a real fighter. This is a showstopper. This is what everybody's gonna be tuning into.
Yeah, and it's on Netflix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm tired of all these like different platforms, like.
And that's why they make this narrative that people are not watching sports.
Yeah, because I don't know where to tune in.
Because there's 5 apps to watch a sport.
And what happened to commercials not being like a thing anymore? Like, every streaming I go is like commercial.
Why am I going on Netflix and I'm watching ads?
Yo,
that makes no sense.
Well, because you didn't pay the premium though. That's why
I have to pay premium to defer from ads. I might as well just watch TV then.
Yo, so it's funny, right? It's funny because I was watching YouTube Premium, and like I'm like, you know what? I don't really watch YouTube anymore like that. Let me go backwards, right, and not have the premium. Bro, every 3 seconds it's a commercial. Every 3 seconds, it's almost as if they made it like you can't even bear to watch this thing.
Yeah,
without going premium.
Yeah, see what I mean? They want this thing is crazy. Like everything, like YouTube has ads. Disney Plus has ads. I'm trying to watch some Spider-Man. I'm doing some ads. Hey, that's what you're watching
about, man.
Yeah, I watch that in the morning, man. Everything has ads. It's like you can't get away from it. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, come on.
Well, don't worry. Soon enough, Social Path Network is going to have our own show. Watching all these sports games on our network, so stay tuned. But you got to subscribe, though. Subscribe and like.
So you don't have to watch the ads.
Yeah, ad-free, right? Ad-free until it's our ads that we promote.
We promote our...
Gervonta Davis. Jake Paul. $200 million is what I'm hearing, too, by the way.
I understand.
I'm about to start boxing, bro. I'm about to start boxing. Like, if we take off, I'm start boxing, bro. Win or lose, you get paid.
So you're just going to lose one time and just get paid and just...
Yo, hit my eye, just don't hit my nose. You know what I mean? Don't hit the nose, though. You know, that's my Nigerian thing. Don't hit the nose.
Don't hit the nose, eh?
How much would it take you to fight Gervonta Davis? Full fight. Like, he's not going to hold back nothing.
100 mil. 100 mil.
Bro, it's not 100 mil, man.
All right, give me 1 mil. I'll be fine.
$200,000.
I'll take it.
$50,000 in cash.
I'll take it.
You went from 100 mil.
Hey.
How about this? $10,000 and all the McDonald's you can eat for the rest of your life.
The what?
McDonald's.
I'm not going to eat no McDonald's. Why do I want to eat some McDonald's?
You don't eat McDonald's?
No, I don't eat McDonald's.
When was the last time you ate McDonald's? Don't lie, bro. Breakfast is McDonald's too, by the way.
Breakfast is McDonald's?
Yes. You never had breakfast McDonald's?
No.
Bro, McDonald's breakfast, it hits, man.
It slaps, but I haven't
done it. How you know it slaps? I knew, man. Come on,
but
man.
That was when I was young.
Oh, yeah. You're young now.
I'm not young now. I'm up there.
Bro, you said you never watched Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah. So you trying to tell me that like a young kid's not gonna eat McDonald's? That's what you get. That's what your mom gives you if you don't want to cook food at home.
What was it? $10,000 and all the McDonald's you can eat for life.
Make it 20 and
20 what?
Make it 20 and without the McDonald's.
You went from $100 million to $20,000.
I take whatever. Whatever they give me. I take whatever they give me.
Nah, that's all good. I mean, for me to fight Gervonta Davis, get knocked out from my family and friends, and laugh, they'll laugh at me for the rest of my life.
Don't worry.
I may have brain damage. Yeah,
I ain't broke though.
Well, you might be broke because of the health insurance that you have to get.
Hey, they gotta cover it. See, that's all gotta be in the the contract. If I get hurt, then I have to pay my deductibles.
I mean, why is Gervonta Davis even doing that though? Like,
he's ducking smoke. Didn't he had a draw with isn't his guy?
Oh,
Roach?
Damn, what's his name? Roach?
Yeah.
Right? Is his name Roach?
Yeah. He's ducking.
He was good. That guy, he's good. He's a fighter.
He beat his ass.
Beat his ass. He was about to retire.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me that instead of him to fight him back, get his look back, to make sure that he's really that guy, want to fight Jake Paul for 200?
Wait, was that a draw or was that it was a draw, right?
It was a draw. Ducking smoke, bro. Ducking smoke.
But look, it makes sense, man. $200 million is what he offered. I still don't know how Jake Paul is getting all this money offering to these fighters, man.
Hey, that's how YouTube money.
Nah, sometimes I think there's like a power network behind all this.
Also, he has this energy drink, Prime, that's everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in. You go to Walmart, you can get that.
Oh,
thing.
yeah?
Terrible drink, by the way.
All energy drinks are terrible, bro.
Yeah, but it gets you going. Hey.
What do you mean get you going? What do you mean get you going?
Trying to get the workout in.
Oh, workout. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Workout. Basketball, right?
No,
Harry. When we play our basketball game, yo? I like that, right?
This guy.
Hey, let's take it back to the Giants. So, like I said, new look, new team. Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, right? You know what this means, right?
Yeah, we eat those.
What does Russell Wilson have to do to win over New York?
By the way he's playing now, it might be. He has to do well.
Does he?
He has to play very well
to win over New York. He has to do well.
Yeah, you know New York is. We don't tolerate whack stuff. Think about it. When Daniel Jones was terrible, we was booing him, and guess what he's doing now? You know what I'm saying? We don't tolerate whack people.
Why is it that it's so hard to like please New York fans? Like,
because
why?
we're arrogant.
No patience, right?
You have no patience.
It's like the chicks out here, man. There's no patience. Everybody just wants the
We paid crazy amount in rent. Yeah. What makes you think? What makes you think we're gonna tolerate whack stuff? Think about it. You just paid $2,000 for rent. You can't afford groceries.
$2,000 is cheap, man. In New York?
Yeah,
bro, that's cheap as hell in New York. You're talking about New York, right? Yeah, that's cheap as hell. The average price in New York for rent, and you can quote me on this, it's like $25,000 to $3,000 plus.
All right,
and you get a studio.
Yeah, a box.
You get like this studio, like a studio.
Yeah, with some rats running around.
Yeah, you get rat neighbors and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man, crazy.
That's the only thing I can't stand about New York is the rats, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like you know, every restaurant has a rat problem in New York. Every single restaurant. Every single restaurant has a rat problem. Do you know that? Exactly. So when you're eating out in New York, just know there was rats around.
And they want us a tip.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Ugh. That's why you drink. That's why you drink a lot. You gotta get drunk. You know?
Think about it. All right, get me back to here. Think about it. You're paying like $25 in rent. Your groceries high. Everything's high. Then you watch a Giant just sticking it up. Like, think about it.
But look, in my opinion, the only way Russell Wilson can win over New York is for Russell Wilson to lose. That's the only way. If you want to win over New York, Russell Wilson has to lose, and here's why. Here's why.
I understand what you're.
Here's why. Because there's this kid behind him that's getting all this buzz, man. This Jackson Dart kid is something else, bro.
I thought you were talking about James Winston. Psycho Jackson Dart.
What? that would be the
Psycho Jackson Dart. That boy is the truth. Oh my God.
I've never seen this much buzz since Eli Manning.
Oh, they didn't start that man. That man, like, I'm sorry. That boy looks really good. He looks NFL ready.
It's like history's repeating itself. Remember, Kurt Warner was the starter for the Giants, and then Eli was back there just waiting to get his turn. And we all knew, hey, by mid-season, we're gonna put Eli in the game, and that was it for the Hall of Fame career of. Well, Kurt Warner went to Arizona after that and did well. So it may not be the end for Russell Wilson, but this is a good time to show some skills, lose, go to the next team, go back to the Seahawks.
You know they're paying $21 million for him.
I know.
That's a lot of money.
But Russell Wilson, future Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion. Like, what are you gonna pay this dude? You're not gonna pay him league minimum.
I feel like we can give him.
Nah, man.
If we can give Jameis Winston a league minimum.
No.
I guess
Russell Wilson, you're paying for leadership. You're paying for a coach on the field. You're paying for experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're paying for Ciara to be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ciara.
Really?
Yeah. She brings women to watch.
Really?
Yeah, just like the whole Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing.
But Taylor Swift, hey.
What about Taylor Swift?
Her following is like top tier.
No,
no. You gotta understand, like, her mob is dangerous.
More than Beyonce's mob? Whose mob is dangerous? Beyonce's or Taylor Swift?
I think Taylor Swift's.
Why is that?
Because it's huge.
No, bigger than Beyonce's?
Yeah, it's bigger than Beyonce.
Oh, no,
unfortunately.
Man. I don't know. Wait, is she what? Is she considered worldwide?
Yes.
Beyonce too is worldwide. Beyonce's getting paid like $50 million to perform in Saudi Arabia for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, because that's Beyonce, bro.
Yeah, so she's worldwide too then.
But Taylor Swift is up there, bro. Like, she's really up there.
I'm trying to figure out why people hate her so much, though. Like, why do they hate her so much? In sports world.
Because people don't want to see that in the sports world. You think I want to see Taylor Swift every time when I'm watching the Bills game?
I mean, from an NFL standpoint, it makes a lot of sense, right? Like, get that audience, do that thing. But, like, the moment they got engaged, I heard nothing. I went to this spot called Dirty Taco. I'm not going to give you the location of it because they ain't paying us, right? But I went to this spot called Dirty Taco. I went there to the bar. I'm chilling. This couple was like, they were trying to talk to me because, sometimes black people, everybody want to talk to us, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And they were just trying to, like, get this conversation. And Taylor Swift comes on, and the guy goes, man, I hate her. I'm like, bro, like.
What did she do?
First of all, I'm like, yo, can I eat my food? Like, you know what I mean? He's like, I hate her. I'm like, for what? Like, why do you hate her? He's like, this whole Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I'm like, what's wrong with their relationship that people hate them so much?
Nothing.
Is it like, it's not good for NFL, whatever? I'm like, well, you're watching. regardless whether you hate her or not, you're gonna watch.
Hey,
She's gonna perform at the Super Bowl next year.
I'll be very, very concerned. Jay-Z, I'm telling you right now, do not let her perform. You probably gonna let her perform, but I look at Jay-Z really different.
Why? Why would you look at Jay-Z different?
I don't know.
Jay-Z's all about the money, man. He don't care about that stuff, man.
Where is it gonna be at?
Yeah, that's a good question. I have no idea. That's a good question. I should have known this. I should know this.
Cause it may be in Arizona. I don't know. But I guess, hey, I think.
Will you tune in? You're gonna tune in, man. You're gonna become a Swiftie too, bro.
I was already listening to Taylor Swift before,
What?
man.
See?
Yeah.
You said you were already listening to it?
Yeah.
Of course you were. Everybody was.
Yeah,
Everybody who hates.
everybody listens to Taylor Swift.
Everybody listens to Taylor Swift.
Everybody listens to Taylor Swift.
Everybody listens to it.
Trust me. Everybody listens to Taylor Swift.
Honestly, man, Travis Kelce, he did good, man. He locked himself up.
Yeah,
good.
like
I know. Deep down, he wants the chocolate. I know.
Hey, I want the Latinos, but I know I ain't gonna get that. like, be real. Like,
What do you mean? It's a flight away to. It's a flight away.
We shall not discuss.
Flight away to.
But it's like, you gotta understand, like, it's the best option for him.
Bro, I know deep down he wants him some chocolate, but money talks, man.
Money talks, man. Think about it. He's never had to worry about money for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
He's never gonna have to worry about money for the rest of his life.
I remember, I'm not gonna get into relationship stuff, but you see how he go. The reason why he left his past was because she wasn't willing to chip in. I mean, should he?
Hey.
I mean, should he?
Yeah.
Should she? I mean,
Hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, he's now with a girl that he doesn't have to spend a dime.
well, he probably will spend a dime. He just wouldn't have to care about it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's her account too.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like, he's set. Think about it.
Would you ever join accounts with your lady?
Yeah.
If your lady's watching right now, would you ever join accounts?
Yeah. I will, yeah.
Okay.
But it what?
What
Are we married though?
You live together.
Are we married?
You live together.
That's the two different things.
It's
Are
not.
we married?
It's not. It's not. Marriage is just a contract, bro. When you live together, you're married, bro. That's it. It's over.
It's like
The moment she moves in, it's over. Like life is done.
Damn. How does that? Damn.
All right, so so look, let's do this bet because it's a new season NFL, and I'm super excited about the Ravens and this Josh Allen game. I don't say the Buffalo Bills, I say the Josh Allen game because he's the only one that's left. So, what I want to do this season of the final score is each week, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna pick the premier game, and we're gonna be, we'll do a bet, whatever. At the end of the season, whoever has the most wins between me and you, right? Whoever picks the most wins, the other person has to do whatever that individual wants them to do. Embarrassing, whatever. We'll record it, we'll show it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Down for that?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. So, the premier game is the Ravens, Buffalo Bills.
Go Bills. Go Bills. Go Bills.
So, what's your what you leaning to? What you leaning towards?
You know, I got the Bills.
I want to take the reigning champ, the next MVP of the league again. He could do it.
Man, 716, man. I got Buffalo, man.
What do you mean 716? What do you mean?
That's the area code for Buffalo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Have you been to Buffalo?
Yeah. Went to school there.
You went to school there?
Yeah.
Well, you're a Buffalo fan?
Yeah.
Are you still a Buffalo fan?
Yeah.
So how come you say you're a Giants fan then?
Yeah. New York.
Pick one team. Which one?
I'm not picking no team. I'm picking New York.
They both have the same colors.
Yeah. Better for me.
I think Lamar Jackson is gonna win tonight for multiple reasons. Derrick Henry, we
say that before, but look what happened in the playoffs.
Yeah, but this is not the playoffs though. The playoffs is a different game, man.
Oh, so you're trying to tell me so in the playoffs they're gonna crack under pressure?
Yeah, because it's one and done. There's no tomorrow. That's a different game. You play football, right?
Yes, sir.
Imagine playing the playoffs one and done. It's a different,
I guarantee you, if football was like in a series, it'd be more entertaining. But like a lot of teams that you think that would have won,
like
they're not gonna.
Best out of three.
Yes, out of three. Yeah, it would have.
I don't know.
I think about it many times. Like imagine you beat this team in a series. Probably win. Think about it.
I mean that's part of it too, right? Because there was one year where the Buffalo was playing
Kansas City.
The Chiefs, and they had that crazy lead,
Mm-hmm.
and they blew it. If they played again that same the following week, who knows, it would have been different.
It would have been different.
No, I believe it. So you're going with the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna have you walking crazy naked out here, man, if you lose, bro.
Crazy naked?
Crazy naked in the streets of New York, bro.
So
you better pick right.
You mean like boxers naked?
Hell yeah,
like,
man. I'm like, what? It's a family show.
Yeah, because you probably get arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
man.
don't lose. Don't lose.
That's a 3-year term, man.
You playing fantasy football this year or what, man?
Of course I am. I got 2 leagues.
Oh yeah? How you handle 2 leagues, man? I thought you were really busy. You have like 4 girls.
I do not
3
have
jobs.
I do not have 4 girls, man.
All right, you got like
it's bad out here.
Girls.
It's bad out here.
Yeah?
It's bad out here.
No
man.
kids?
Hell no.
Damn, you want kids?
Nah, in this climate.
What mean this climate?
This economy.
Man, it's gonna, if we don't, you know what's crazy, man? I feel like the birth rate just keeps going low and low because people can't afford kids, you know?
Yeah, like, think about it. You're spending money think about it. Your crib costs, you're paying $25 for a crib.
You keep getting 25. Where do you get this 25 from, man?
25, 32, 56. It's all the same. You still can't afford it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, you gotta do some
laundering.
something. I mean, I'm in fantasy football. I'm actually disappointed because I had AJ Brown. And obviously, when the Cowboys and Eagles played, I was hoping for both teams to lose, obviously, as a Giant fan. But come on.
How you think I feel? How you think I feel? CeeDee Lamb sold me that, I think it was on Thursday. Yeah. CeeDee Lamb sold me.
He still gave you points, though.
He gave me points, but he should have got that touchdown.
Bro, my man had 1 catch, and that was at like 4th quarter. Nobody cares. Well, it was a defining catch, though.
Yeah, it's a defining catch, man.
Give me 1.4 points in my fantasy league.
Yeah. But I'm doing well in both my fantasies.
I know, I'm in one of your leagues, man.
Yeah.
You auto drafted, by the way. You one of those.
See, that's the secret.
You don't pay attention. That's why. Come on, bro.
Hey. It's not my fault that you guys put the chat in WhatsApp. I don't look at WhatsApp.
What's wrong with WhatsApp?
WhatsApp is for old people, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Those are for people. Let me tell you what WhatsApp is.
Right, go ahead.
WhatsApp is for people in foreign countries. So let's say, let's say Nigeria, people in the Caribbeans, all of that. And for old people to communicate with them.
Yes, for free.
That's what WhatsApp is.
Yes,
for free.
Yes.
Instead of you buying so, like those bus cards so you can.
Man, that was back in the 90s, man. What
so you can call your man.
You remember that?
My mom used to tell me go to the grocery store and buy like $50 worth of bus cards.
Go to the store. There's this card that I want you to get to.
Yeah, like you gotta be this kind.
And it's like 9 numbers. I'm
like what the hell?
Yeah. I remember those times. Wow, man, that's good times, man.
And now they got WhatsApp. It's like I don't touch it. Like all I see is like people from Nigeria contacting me like, hey, like boy, send me money. I'm like, nice try, buddy. I deleted that app, man.
Wait, so let me ask you a question then. So what platform should we be using?
Facebook.
What? For what?
Facebook.
For what?
Isn't that what you guys have Facebook for?
No. I said what platform should we be using if it's not WhatsApp?
Oh, regular message on the iPhone.
Yeah, but like with group chats, it's not favorable.
Why?
What do you mean why? Some people have Droid, some people have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it still it don't connect.
It's different because when you're in regular Messenger and people have different phones, if I have an iPhone,
yeah,
and I send a picture, it's gonna come up fuzzy wuzzy. If you have a Droid,
I guess isn't that your cue to get an iPhone?
iPhone, Apple, subscribe.
Like
we need some sponsors here, man.
Like this is 2025. What are you out here doing with an Android, buddy? Like get with the times.
Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I saw Google making this new phone. It translates for you, so when you go to your countries, you won't have to have a hard time. Nigeria, man. Right?
I understand, but no.
What do you mean no?
I'm still not getting it.
You will get it.
Get what?
Google Phone is doing an instant translator, man. You call them, you be talking in English, it's translating in any language. That's dope.
Jack, you should put that in ChatGPT, you'd be all right.
Huh?
You can put that in ChatGPT, you'd be all right.
Sounds like a lot of work, man.
sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah,
Putting
man,
something
it's a
in
lot of work.
ChatGPT, it's copy paste.
Yeah, but sometimes it takes a while to compute, and then the voice is always different, and then ChatGPT, man, it steered me wrong, man. Yo, AI is not what it seems, man.
It's not. It
steered me wrong.
To me, I feel
recently.
I feel like you gotta like smack it around to give you the right answer.
Yeah,
like,
I be cursing at my AI.
yeah, like yo,
man.
bro, do this right,
I don't know
man.
all
What's up
that.
with you,
Like,
man?
how's that? That hurt your hand? Damn, that shit. Jesus Christ.
What? You don't?
Wait, I want to jump back into tennis real quick because one thing I realized in tennis, there really is not that many black players out there, yo. And you know the black view is what makes like these like sports shows.
That's the only reason why I watch
ramp up.
tennis. The only reason why I watch tennis is to see Naomi,
Coco.
That's it.
I mean, there was this one kid. I forget his name. I think he was from Australia or something. But
But he was good.
He was coming up. He went against the number one Sinner, whatever his name is.
Yeah, but he got flair.
Yeah, Flair. He had Flair.
Yeah.
What kind of name is Sinner, by the way?
His name is Center.
Yeah, the number one guy. His last name is Sinner.
Sinner.
Sinner. Yeah.
S-I.
Sinner.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. It's like when you were born, it was destined.
Yeah, it's like he was born with sin.
Yeah, he was born with sin. He's gonna die with sin.
He's gonna die with sin. Like,
Yeah, that's terrible.
Man,
No, but seriously, how come black players are not being like, they're not joining the sport? Like, what does it take to get? What does the tennis league need to do to get more black players to play this game?
It's expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's not like basketball where you give me a basket and it's like you start go into the park and just start shooting hoops. Not like football where you can just get the thing and just run.
You need lessons and stuff.
you need lessons, you need training, and you need sponsors. You need tournaments just to get in. It's a rich man's sport. Even basketball is like starting to become like basketball starting to become like a rich man's sport. You can't be like known and you like come out the hood like just shooting baskets. No, you gotta go to like rec leagues, AAU tournaments, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Think about it. All sports is about to turn to a rich man's sport.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Like, even football. Like, to go to a top school, you can't really come out of like New York City, all that stuff. You can, but you're not gonna go to the crazy ones like Alabama or like Clemson or like Georgia. They want people from the South.
Yeah. I mean, for you to make it to those type of schools, and you let's say you come from a small school, like a small high school, you have to be like a Greek god type of player, man.
Like you gotta break all records.
Yeah,
all
like
that stuff.
you have to be like running like sub 4.3s.
Yeah, like these scouts have a specific place that they look at.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if I ever have kids, or one day when I do have kids,
next year, Jacket.
Why are you trying to curse me, man? What are you talking about?
Like I see it. Harry Jr.
Why are you trying to curse me, man? Next year, I don't know if God wants that next year. I don't know.
Yeah, get Harry Jr. running around, man. We need those. What?
What? No.
Yeah, I want to be the uncle, man. Like,
Okay. You gonna be a cheap uncle, or you gonna be the type that
Yeah, like you were saying,
it's 10 kobo.
10 kobo.
10 kobo.
Do they even make those?
Now Nigerians are watching this like, what the hell is that?
Like, I'll give them like, hey, here's some $20. Go buy some.
Nah, I remember my uncle used to give me a Malta back in the day.
Those were good.
What? Those were like our beer.
Nah.
That was our beer.
Do you know what they used to give me? Star.
What's that?
Star, the beer?
Star? They gave you beer when you were young? No wonder.
What?
Star beer?
So tell me that they never gave you like Heineken or beer? Guinness?
Dyfus, man. Is it Dyfus? Is it still around? No. Guinness? When you were young, how old were you?
Huh? Bro, what are you talking about? This is like 2000s, bro.
How old were you?
I was like...
How old were you when you had your first beer? 12?
Well, I had like a little bit.
Had that like a little bit.
Like around like, I think like 6, 5.
You don't got to whisper, man. It's a mic.
No, like 6, 5, maybe.
5 years old?
Yeah. I didn't drink it. I was like a little... Like, I was young.
I remember one time...
They do that back home sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I remember one time my dad had SoCo in the kitchen. I'm like, what's this thing my dad keeps drinking, man? I took a little sip. Yo, I was like, I was doing the dance, like, yo, like.
Yeah, man.
But malt was my drink, though. That was like, I feel like I was like a grown man at the age of like 9.
That's what they give to kids at the parties, and that's why they be enjoying it.
It's actually terrible for you, by the way.
It is so bad.
It is terrible for you.
It is so bad.
But like honestly, like when I do get kids, if I'm gonna put my kids in sports, definitely it's gonna be tennis. They make a lot of bread. They don't get hurt. I'm not gonna be in the hospital all day unless it's like a broken ankle or something.
Or knee.
Mm-hmm. Maybe golf.
Yeah, I think golf is something that you can train your kid.
Golf is, but that's really difficult though. That's like really difficult.
Yeah, like
because you gotta like.
That's a really expensive sport. Like clubs cost like around like $200 plus.
But not even that. It's not even the clubs. It's you gotta be paying to play.
Yeah, you gotta get a membership.
You gotta get a membership, which is not too expensive actually.
Mm-hmm.
I play golf. I'm not very good though.
Damn.
Like the first swing when I first played golf, the golf club went further than the ball.
Oh wow. So you might as well just play mini golf then.
Well, yeah. I'm dominant in mini golf. Oh yeah.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Are we gonna do this bet?
Okay.
Bro, I'm still waiting for our bet, man.
Hey. That's the thing. It's time for us. Think about it. It took dumb long for us to get here, bro. What makes you think?
Yeah. You know what? You asked a question. You said, "What'd you do this summer?"
Yeah.
So LeBron James in person, bro.
You saw?
You were supposed to be there too, by the way. But
I had work.
Whatever her name was.
I had work.
Whatever her name was. Yeah,
I had work.
You had crazy work apparently.
I had work.
Crazy work.
Came out of Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, hey, that's my first. That was my
I'm not
first
gonna lie. Tom Brady, LeBron James, Kai Cenat, all these people were there, bro. You missed out, man.
I know.
Don't miss your opportunities, man.
Hey, you gotta understand, like when work gets in the way, that's why it's like you gotta like enjoy life and can't like work it out the way. You miss out on opportunities, man.
Well, don't miss out on this opportunity. Like I said, we are here. We are back. There's going to be a new season. We're going to have some more people on the show, some new faces, some new topics. We're going to do things a little bit different this time.
We're going to have fun this year. We're going to have real fun this year.
We're going to be doing some outside activities. Like I said, playing Josh in sports, go-karting. Go-kart, you've been running away from me.
We can do go-kart. I'm not afraid of this, man.
You've been practicing, bro. What are you talking about? I know. I got people watching you, bro.
Oh, you get your spies, huh?
Yeah, they go, yeah, he came. He came like 5 times this week.
He came like 5 times this week? Oh, my God.
Pause, by the way.
Whoa.
Yeah, of course.
Whoa.
Pause it. Don't worry about it. It's taken care of.
Wow. He came 5 times this week.
Pause, man.
Yo.
Jesus
whoa.
Christ. We're gonna get canceled. No wonder our subscribers are not growing, man. No wonder we're not getting subscribers. Anyways, guys, we love your time. Like I said, subscribe. When we grow, you grow. We want to see you guys back. You want to see us back?
It's a fact. I want to see you guys back, man.
We're here to stay, guys. So
and no. First of all, hold on. Oh, no crazy comments. I've been seeing the comments.
Yeah. Seriously, man. Like
cool it.
We're human, man.
Yeah, like
you know how much it takes to do all this?
Yeah, it's a lot. You ain't cheap. Like, come on now. Like they be going crazy on the comments.
Don't worry, I'll be there. One day I'm gonna run into you though.
Watch, I'm gonna pull up.
They're gonna see how big we are in person.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up like this. What do you say to me? Like,
anyways, no threats. We love your time, guys. Stay tuned to the next show. Take it easy.
All right. Hey.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up!